Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge pendant called the Chime. This is the 134530. So a lot of information to get through on this. So why don't we talk about the size of the fixture body itself. And when we talk about that, it's really the bottom part that's non-inclusive of these telescoping rods which go up to the canopy. So the height on it is 20.3 inches high. 41.7 inches wide, so it's a good size. It's 41, 42 is about normal for a lot of our dining pendants. Are going to go over a 72 to 84 inch table, so this fits right in there. 4.3 inches in depth going out that way. Let's get into telescoping rods. So if you are familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a patent on this telescoping rod system where you have a smaller rod going into a larger one like an umbrella handle. There's a clutch right in the side right there and a little hex screw. Comes with this little hex wrench, and what that does is it allows this to lock into place after your installation, during your installation. So you can see how when I loosen that, it can go like that, and then now I'm going to tighten it and it can't go anywhere. So you're going to have two of these going up to a canopy on the ceiling. Canopy is 5 inches by 20.3, so it's quite long, but these are spaced out pretty far apart, which is why you do need that for stability. And that'll still go over a regular 5-inch junction box, so kind of just keep that in mind. And it's 33 pounds in case you guys wanted to know that. So these telescoping rods, what they're going to do is give you the opportunity to have 3 different telescoping ranges, because you can pick from 3 different ranges that have 3 different pipes, like this top pipe. That's going to change a little bit. So why don't we go over that? Now we're talking about overall height, and we're talking about from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself, including everything. So that's the short is going to be from 30 to 37.3. Standard is going to be from 36.9 to 47.8. Long is going to be 45.9 to 67.7. If you need shorter than the short or longer than the long, just drop us a quick email or call and we can look into that for you. Better to email. Let me know what you guys need, what you're trying to attain from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. Let's say we know the fixture itself is 20.3 and the short is 30, so that gives about 10 inches to play with. Probably not going to be a lot of adjustable ranges in custom, but I could probably go down at least about 25, so I think. But I won't know until we go into a customs database, and that'll probably be a fixed length. But like I said, we can go shorter than the short. We just need to know what you need, and then I can look into customs. And ditto for the long. So, and on top of this, where the canopy is at the top and it meets this top of this rod, you have this, what's called a knuckle, and it allows this to bend in one direction, like that. 45-degree slope ceiling adaptable. So let's say this is your ceiling, and now this can hang straight on a ceiling like that. However, when you have a slope ceiling, and because we have 2 rods and one rod can't be longer than the other, it dictates how this is going to hang in the room on that slope, and the table has to be set up the correct way. So the good thing to do is just to drop me a quick note or call, and I can kind of walk you through that. So we talked about the adjustable ranges, we talked about this idea. Let's move on to glass. You've got 2 different types of glass on this. These are not the shapes, they're just the types. So opal is a bright white, it's very crisp, contemporary, and then pearl is an off-white. It's a transitional kind of linen color, and it warms up to a swirly kind of buttery color when the lights are on. So these are your 2 choices on that. When we talk about finishes, if you're on our website, there's a finishes help guide midway down on the left-hand side in those red tabs. Give that a click. Watch that YouTube video. That video is going to reference, there's a chart just below the video, and it's going to have pictures of your finishes with the letter A or B on them, and it's going to talk about what heavy forging looks like with translucent finishes versus opaque powder coats, and that is all going to be wrapped up in that video, so it's a good idea for you to watch that. There's a little tutorial just typed up below that in red. You can read that too, but the video is going to walk you through everything. So that should take care of your finishes. This gets a little tricky on lamping because a lot of people like to use LEDs right now, and the recommended bulb for this is called a BT15 halogen, and the reason is because all of your glass are different sizes on this, and the smallest piece of glass is most likely not going to be able to accept some of the bigger bulbs like this. This is an A19 LED. There's a chance, and I don't have the small piece of glass here to try this out, but this is an LED that's called an A15, A15, and this is just these smaller bulbs. This would probably max out at about a 60 watt equivalent as an LED. I think this can get into the glass. I am not positive on that, but but it appears to be smaller than the BT15. So, but the BT15 is, Hubbardton Forge kind of goes to the max of what they think you're going to need for brightness, and a BT15 60-watt max is going to, and a whole bunch of these, I think you have 4 of these on here, it's going to give you quite a bit of dimmable, beautiful light facing down, so there's a lot of task lighting. Actually, it says 5 medium BT15 halogen 60 watt. But like I said, you can play around and try to find smaller LEDs out there. They're not expensive, so it doesn't hurt to try it. Just make sure that you buy a dimmable LED if you want to dim it, and that your switch on the wall over there is set up for LEDs if you want to go there too. These are using these medium sockets made out of porcelain, so they're very user-friendly as far as what you can put in them. And technology is evolving, so maybe LEDs will get small enough to get into this down the road if they are not already. Okay, so we talked about finishes, we talked about glass, we talked about lamping, we talked about adjustable ranges. Let's talk about our showroom. So we have a beautiful showroom here in Vermont in an old stone mill building. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures on display. Our showroom is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have a What's on Display page on our website, so you can see everything that's here before you even make the journey up, including like the glass it's in, the shade it's in, the finishes it's in, all of that kind of stuff. Showroom is open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I think I already said that. And then our phones are open every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week. We do answer emails on Sundays, and that's at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. We also have a clearance center here too. Clearance stuff is 75% off MSRP. You can walk right out the door with it. It's a binder that you look at when you guys come in, and there's a page for every piece that's in there. And like I said, 75% off MSRP. It's a lot of fun to go through that. So I think that takes care of showroom, clearance center. That's really about it. When you buy your fixtures from us, HandmadeInVermont.com, your Hubbardton Forge fixtures, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We have 90-day returns and no restocking fees. Details are on our website, so check that out. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge normal lead time is 3 to 4 weeks out the door, but we can cut that in half provided there's no parts issues. Just drop a quick email and I'll let you know about that. And we have a great setup for vacation rentals here too. So if you guys want to come to Vermont and stay in our houses and condos, and when you're skiing like Killington and Okemo, Appalachian Trail's behind us. We have lakes in our town, and the houses come with beach passes in the summer. The condos are in town, and our houses are set up for dogs and kids, so they're awesome for that. And that's at stayinvermont.org. So I think that kind of wraps up everything on this. You guys have any other questions I didn't cover, just drop a quick email and I can take care of it, okay? Thanks for stopping in. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.